All right, let's start, guys. Everything is ready. And all right, let's start, guys. Everything is ready. And right, this is the paper that we are supposed to discuss. First paper onwards, we are going to discuss that one. First of all, I like to just come out with the second paper. Sorry, I like to come out with the second paper. Firstly, because if we have some time limitation, right, this is the paper, we can cover it up that we are supposed to discuss. That second first paper number 2 that we are going to discuss here. First of all, if you have this statement paper, come out with the second paper. This is the paper that we are going to discuss. You can have a screenshot. I like to come out with the second paper. Now you have the paper with you. So we are going to discuss this. Stay tuned paper. Paper number 2. Very quickly. Quick. This is the paper. Recap. We can cover it up. Regarding. We are supposed to discuss. All right, guys. This is the paper that we are going to discuss. You can have a recap as well. You can paper. Just take a screenshot also if you like. This is the paper that we are going to discuss. You can have a screenshot. I like to come out with the second paper. Now you have the paper with you. So we are going to discuss this. Stay tuned paper. Paper number 2. Very quickly. Now okay, right? Voice is okay, everything is okay. Fine. Now what about the voice? That's fine, okay? Right. All right. So this is the paper that we are going to discuss. Are you ready? Take a screenshot. All right, everybody. Okay. Let's discuss this. Okay. Testing, testing, testing. Right. I hope that you can listen to me very carefully. Then, first question onwards. Sanjeev. Right. Oh, dude. Okay. දැන් පුතාලා අපි ඩිස්කස් කරමු. ඔයාගේ stay tuned paper එක. All right. Right. Scarcity means, now look at the first question onwards. All right. Scarcity means that the economy, scarcity means that the resources of the economy are enough. So that is the way that you wrote the answer. So that you have write down the answer for this question. You know, this is here we are discussing. Stay tuned. Paper. Stay tuned. Paper number 2. Paper 2. Paper 2, right? Question 1. Roman number 1. Clear? Scarcity means the resources are not enough. Right. When you're writing down the answer for this kind of question like this, you have to understand what is the scarcity is. Okay. You need to understand what is meant by the scarcity. What is the meaning of scarcity? Meaning. What is the meaning of scarcity? Right. What is that particular meaning which we called as the scarcity? That is very important. When we say it like that, before we answer for the question, you can remember the concept of scarcity. Make a bainam puthe ready. You need to know the concept of scarcity. Scarcity means the resources of the country is not enough, adequate compared to the unlimited human wants of that particular society. Understood, Pudha? If you take any society, you can understand this one. If you take any kind of a society here, you can understand that the people have the unlimited human wants, but we are talking that there are all the people's human wants are higher, so that they cannot satisfy with the resources that they have. That is there in every society. But I taught you very carefully, I asked you to remember that one. You need to know, definitely, when it comes into that particular scarcity, you need to know that there are some conditions, some characteristics of the scarcity that you need to remember. One thing is very clear, that is, it's a relative concept. It's what concept? Relative concept. What's the meaning of the relative concept? Relative. Relative means scarcity is not enough compared to unlimited human wants, right? And it is a common concept. We discuss common concept. Then we discuss it's a common concept that is common for everybody, entire universe. Common concept. Relative, common. Scarcity is not equal to the poverty. It's different from poverty, right? And scarcity never be able to solve, right? Permanent concept. Meaning there, the first concept is important in this question. What is the first concept? Scarcity is not enough. Scarcity is a relative concept. Scarcity is the resources are not there compared to unlimited human wants. That is a problem that we came out with. Then you can understand that here we have to mention about it. Now they say scarcity means the resources are not enough. They are not comparing it with any other thing. Resources are just not enough. If we say resources are just not enough, it is not your answer. It cannot be your answer, right? It says that resources are not enough. How can you take it as answer? Therefore, it is not correct, right? So resources are not enough compared to unlimited human wants. Or it is a relative concept. Therefore, do you agree? You have to write down, no, I do not agree. This is the answer plan. Firstly, I am preparing the answer plan. Thereafter, you can write down the answer. For some questions, I will give you the answer as well. This is the answer plan here, right? No, I do not agree. Then you can write down to get that mark. Thereafter, you have to explain scarcity. Explain scarcity. Can you remember? Can you explain the scarcity? Yeah, what is scarcity? Scarcity means, yes, resources in a society or resources are limited compared to unlimited human wants of that particular society. That idea should come out with your answer. Thereafter, you have to say that scarcity is a relative concept. Relative concept. Then you have to say resources are limited. Resources are limited compared to unlimited. Compared to unlimited human wants. This is limited compared to unlimited human wants. Right? Then if you can give that particular thing, you can take the answer actually. So for this one mark will be received. For writing down scarcity, another 1 mark will be received. But how many marks have been given? 4. Then Buddha, the main answer, you will receive for the main answer another 2 marks. This is how you will receive the marks. Can you understand? Right. මේ විදිහට තමයි පුතා ලකුණු හම්බෙන්නේ. දැන් ඔයා හිතුවොත් එහෙම නෑ නෑ. Right. I couldn't give the answer, then I will get the 0 marks. Even though then එහෙම නෑ. You will receive the marks. But the problem is if you just write down this answer only, but still you don't get the full marks, you have to write down these two also. So always remember, they say, do you agree? They're asking, do you agree? You know, in the general life also, if somebody is asking, do you agree? Do you agree? So you have to say, you agree or not, right? ඔල්ලෙක් ඇවිල්ලා ගෙල්ලෙක්ගෙන් අහනකොට මං කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි ask out කරලා හරි මොකක් හරි කරනවා නම් පුතා ඉස්සෙල්ලාම you have to say I don't like or you like or I don't like. Then you tell the reason. ඔයා කැතයි. මෝඩයි. ඒ මොකක් හරි කියන්නේ. නැතුව අර මං කියන්නේ හැම වෙලාවෙම බයිලා ගහන්න එපා. අනේ එහෙම බෑනේ අප්පා නම්මන නෙමෙයි. So wait, then just directly tell what it is. That is how the marker doesn't have time to waste to mark your answers, right? Just after you look at the question, analyze it, and you have to write down. At the beginning, before you write down the answers, you can have this kind of analysis, this kind of a basically answer plan before you write down the answer. But later on, once you are just developing these techniques, then later you will understand that no need the answer plan. Answer plan will come into your mind. You have to just write down the answer only, right? Okay, take a piece of paper, different piece of paper to have the answers with me. Stay tuned. Paper number 2. Paper 2. This is the answer plan. Write down the answer plan here. This is the answer plan, nah? Not the answer. Right. 2 minutes. Just write down this. LMS එකට මම ගිහිල්ලා බලපන් අර account එකේ මේ now all right, everything is okay. දැන් ලොකුවට දඟලන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. දැන් හරි දැන් මෙහෙම යමු වැඩි. When you are doing it like this, little by little, answer plan is okay. Now what you are supposed to do, since you know the answer plan, okay, since you know the answer plan, you need to develop the answer. Are they ready? You know the answer plan, but you have to develop the answer. So under this, we'll write down the answer. Right? First bullet point under this, Hari. first bullet point යට ඉඳ නැති හින්දා first bullet point දැන් අර විදිහටම පුතා answer කියලා ලියා ගන්න answer Roman number 1 you have to go with the bullet points clear everybody focus you have to go with the bullet point මම කියන විදිහටම කරන්න හරිද so mark කරන එක්කෙනා කොර කළා ලකුණු ගන්න ඕන so you have to have that kind of a order that kind of a discipline when you are doing it then write down it what you have to say no I do not agree that is your first bullet point no full stop I do not agree I don't agree short and sweet right then leave a line now just imagine Puta you are just explaining this one for somebody who don't know this who don't know but you don't want to just write down the unnecessary stuff but you just told no I do not agree leave a line and explain scarcity can you how can you explain that scarcity means scarcity means availability of limited resources compared to unlimited human wants of the society write down scarcity refers to write down the second bullet point leave a line leave a line and start with the next bullet point scarcity refers to availability of limited resources scarcity refers to availability of limited resources compared to unlimited human wants of the compared to unlimited human wants of the particular society right particular society then leave a line third bullet point write down scarcity is a relative concept scarcity is a relative concept scarcity is a relative concept full stop it explains that resources in a particular society is not enough compared to right unlimited human wants compared to unlimited human wants of that particular society compared to unlimited human wants of that particular society අන්නේ එකයි කියන්නේ of that particular society clear පුතා ඉන්නේ එහෙමයි එයා limited ද unlimited ද කියලා බලන්න of that particular society clear නේද සියවුල නැහැ ඒ society එකටම තමයි මේක එන්නේ හරි of that particular society full stop and continue it is impossible to mention that resources are enough, resources are not enough. It is impossible to mention that resources are not enough in absolute measure. Absolute measure. What is the absolute measure? Let's say your height. I say that your height is 5 feet and or 5 feet something, 6 feet. That is the absolute mean. If I say you are taller than your friend, you are shorter than your friend, that is a relative concept. Scarcity is always a relative concept, which we explain that one compared to any other thing. Resources are compared with the human wants. Understood, Pudha? And in absolute means, if we say that the resources are not enough, no, it's not coming under that. Clear? Eka, අනිවාර්යෙන් මේකට එන්නේ නේ. දැන් තේරුණාද වැඩි? Clear නේද? Right. This is your answer for that. Then we are going into the next question. හරි. බලගන්න ඊළඟ question එක. Right. Scarcity refers to availability of limited resources compared to unlimited human wants, or the paper also that explain scarcity is resources not enough. They're not enough. Do not agree. Why is that? Just not enough. We cannot say it as just not enough. If we say that, yeah, the word itself has some kind of a small issue. Enough case but enough it should be explained that it is not enough compared to unlimited human wants. If not, that would be a problem. Hari. Not enough කියන්නේ මොකක්ද එක්කද කියන්න ඕනේ. නැත්තම් agree වෙන්න බෑ. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ නිකන් මේ අදහස ගන්නකො පුතා. Scarcity is resources are not enough කියන එක ඒ විදිහට එන්නේ මේ නිකන් මෙහෙම හිතන්නකෝ. අපි කියනවා ඇමරිකාවල resources එච්චර නැහැ කියලා. එතකොට මොකද තත්ත්වය? ඇමරිකාවල resources එච්චර නැහැ. Not enough. එතකොට scarcity නැද්ද? So scarcity is a common concept which is available in everywhere. මම නිකන් නැහැ කිව්වොත් ඒක එන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකයි එහෙම එන්නේ. Right. Roman number 3. Scarcity is a centered problem in Sri Lanka as a developing country. It is very difficult to satisfy the basic human needs. But scarcity doesn't affect USA since it is well developed. Do you agree? Explain your answer. It's well developed. It is well developed. Because of that, scarcity is not available. What do you think? Pulandu ada ekedena. Pulandu hagan. Answer. Hi. Puda, one thing I can tell you, well developed or whatever it is, you know the answer. Scarcity is a common concept which is there everywhere. Clear? Therefore, a scarcity, they say that scarcity is not available in USA. You cannot, can you agree or cannot agree? Definitely you cannot agree. Understood? Do you agree? No. Answer plan, if you just take actually as an answer plan, if I develop that one, it's pretty obvious that we can say no, that is also I do not agree. Clear? But again, scarcity. Firstly, then explain. Explain scarcity. Now you know what is scarcity? Scarcity refers to unlimited availability of the limited resource compared to unlimited human wants of a particular society. Thereafter, scarcity has what? Some characteristics. What are the characteristics? Scarcity is a relative concept. Another one, second one, scarcity is a common concept. It is common to every society. Therefore, you have to say that emphasize karana. Scarcity is available in every country, in every society. Then you have to say that other thing, our concept okay available. Because they are just telling that they just try to, like in the question, right? The question, if you just look at that one, elaborating, right? Question elaborate that scarcity is available in Sri Lanka type of a country, developing country, since the human wants cannot be satisfied. Not by all the people, some people. Therefore, scarcity is available. But that is not scarcity, it is poverty. It is poverty. Can you understand? Therefore, you can just tell that make a emphasize scarcity. Anyway, in this bullet point or in the next bullet point, you can say. Or else here itself, you can say, after you writing down the explain the scarcity, after explaining, you can say that scarcity is a common concept, is common to every society, common to every society, right? Common to every society. And also you can write down that it is common to every society. Then you can emphasize that in America, in developed countries, emphasize in developed countries, okay, countries like USA, in developed countries, even though resources are higher, more resources are available, more resources are available, right? They are human wants of the people, human wants of the people are also higher all over, are also very high or advanced. Clear? Advanced. You have to say that in America, they all have the cars, but they might be needing, they might need some kind of a better cars. That is why they are doing improvement always. They want the helicopters. They might be thinking about why the hell we are just being in the earth. We have to just go to the Mars or the moon or something. So they have some higher human wants. But if you take a country like Somalia is also now developing anyway. If you take very developed country, sorry, very, very poor country, if a person, the people are just struggling with the poverty, basically poor, I mean, if they are just searching for something to eat, they are not thinking about how to purchase a helicopter. Their human wants to eat something, then advance you. So they want to purchase something to eat. කන්න මොනවා හරි තමයි යෝනේ. කන්න මොනවා හරි යෝනේ. එතකොට ඊට වැඩිය දෙයක් ඒගොල්ලන්ට එනවා. ඊට වැඩිය දෙයක් යා හිතන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි පුතා they don't have a thing to eat also. They are struggling with that. Okay? Non-achievement. It is what we called as a scarcity. Clear? එතකොට අපි ලියනවා. Right? හරිද? මේක ලියලා අපිට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Right. මේ ටික හරියට no I do not agree. Therefore scarcity is available. It's a common concept කියලා ලියලා ඉවරයි. And you have to say that okay. Inability to satisfy. ඊට පස්සේ පුතා අපි explain කරනවා මෙතන ඔන්න බලාගන්න. Explain poverty. ඒක අපිට හොඳයි. Explain poverty. Inability to satisfy the basic human needs is available in poverty. Then you say, even though poverty is being solved, scarcity will not be solved. That's what we had to write down. You will get the full marks for that. 1 mark, මෙතනම 2 marks තියෙනවා, මෙතන 1 mark තියෙනවා. 4 marks will be received. Right? 1 mark here, definitely you will get 2 marks, and for this one, 1 mark will be received. So you can have the answer plan, then we will get the answer. Right? This is the touch that you need to have when you are writing down the answer. So we have to include these ones in your answer, definitely. That is how you can do it. And then we can write down the answer. Understood, Puda? I hope that you can create the answer from this. Hi, the answer kaliyan taggala. Man ikmanti kiyanna. Do you agree? Now answer, write down the first bullet point. No, I do not agree. You can say, no, I do not agree. Then explain scarcity. You can explain scarcity. Leave like 3 lines for that. You can create the answer. Right? First two. Answer. Scarcity refers to availability of limited resources compared to scarcity refers to availability of limited resources. Scarcity refers to availability of limited resources compared to unlimited human wants of the society, of the particular society. So the same thing. Full stop. Full stop. And continue in the same line. Scarcity is common to every society. Write down. Scarcity is common to every society. Scarcity is common to every society. Scarcity is common to every society. Common to every society. Full stop. And we will continue next bullet point. Right. Okay, write down. Even though in the same bullet point, even though more resources countries like USA, even though more resources are available in the developed countries like USA, developed advanced. Human wants of the people are also advanced. Human wants of the people are also advanced. QA a bullet point again. Even though more resources are available in the developed countries like USA, human wants of those people are also advanced. Are also advanced. Are also advanced. Are also advanced. Then hari evat advanced. Are also advanced. Right. Next bullet point. ඒක බෑ නම් මම කියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. ඊට පස්සේ bullet point එකට යනවා. Inability to satisfy basic human needs. 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 Inability to satisfy basic human needs are referred to as, is referred to as, inability to satisfy basic human needs is referred to as, inability to satisfy basic human needs is referred to as poverty. Poverty. Full stop. Developed countries right, may be successful in eradicating poverty. Poverty ka nati karana. Eradicating poverty. Eradicating poverty. Eradicating poverty. Eradicating poverty. May be successful in eradicating poverty. Full stop. But any country cannot solve the scarcity. Hurry. Roman number 3. It's very simple. They're asking about the choice. Can you do that? Choice again, honey. Then it is very easy. You know that, look at the Roman number 3, third question now. Third question itself, it says that all economies face problem of choice. All the economies face the problem of choice due to availability of the scarcity. Explain your answer. Obviously, you have to get that particular thing like this. Choice again. මේක කියනවා mind map එකක් කියලා. තොන්න answer plan එකට එන්න කලින් පොඩි mind map එකක් ඔළුවට එන්න ඕනේ. Just how this choice came in. You can remember I have given you the short notes and everything, right? We discussed that the resources are unlimited. Resources are limitedly available, but the human wants are unlimited, right? Unlimited human wants. Unlimited human want should be satisfied with what, Kuda? Limited resources. Limited resources. Can't. That is what we call scarcity. Right? In order to solve the scarcity, if you take the resources have alternative uses as well. Resources are limited, and also resources can be used for different usages. Different resources have alternative uses. Alternative users. Then alternative users of the resources and scarcity both, it is called choice. Now, very simple it is. If you look at the resources, let's say the buildings in a town, it's very limited. Therefore, by using a building, we can do different things. Then always in economics, they are just looking at what are the best users that they can do. Then they have found out that they can use this one for the best used. If a best used economic use karna, it is what we call as a choice. Can you understand? That is what we call as choice. You have to select that one. Your time is limited, right? Your time is limited. So you are planning to sell your labor, no. Sell your labor. That is why you take the education and all those stuff. Then you can just work for one company. You cannot work for all the companies that they are requesting, even though they are requesting from you to work. Therefore, you have to select one company to work with. That is called choice. Then there rather. Choice kiyanne annema scene ekak. Understood, Pudha? That is what we call as a choice. Then the choice comes with the scarcity. That is correct. And you have to just explain. You don't want to say, do you agree or not? No need the answer plan. We just write down the answer here for Roman number 3. We write down all the economics phase due to available of the scarcity. Right. You can write down firstly when you are writing down the answer for this kind of a thing. Explain Pudha firstly. Pannaga mamma explain choice. Choice deala inna. Then me danne නැති එක්කෙනෙක්ට කියලා දෙන්න. Therefore, just tell what the choice is. Right. Write down the answer. Right. Using, write down. Using. Sorry. මේව ලියාගමු. මේව choice කියලා පටන් ගමුනේ. Using firstly bullet point එක පටන් ගමු. Choice refers to the decision. 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 Choice refers to the decision of using a limited resource. Using a limited resource for its best alternative usage. Alternative usage. Right. Okay. Example. Under that example, a building can be used. A building can be used for alternative users such as to conduct a school, comma, a supermarket, comma, a factory, etc. And selection of the best to be used. Selection of best alternative to be used is called scarcity. Then scarcity go to it is what we called as a scarcity. Sorry, scarcity means choice. It is called choice, not scarcity. Choice. Or now we added a best. Then you have to say that, right? Then write down in the next bullet point. The problem of choice can be created. The problem of choice can be created. The problem of choice can be created due to following reasons. Due to following reasons. Due to following reasons. Due to following reasons. What's the first reason? Scarcity. Write down. Second one. Alternative. Availability of alternative users. Availability of alternative users. Availability of alternative users of resources. Resources. Then explain scarcity. Answer then now up to you. You can write down the scarcity in the next bullet point. Scarcity refers to availability of limited resources compared to unlimited human wants of the society. Right? Write down. Scarcity refers to availability of limited resources in a society compared to unlimited human wants of that particular society. Full stop. Niyama. Did you see that? In the scarcity, we have emphasized two other reasons as well. Unlimited human wants and limited resources. Quick answer. No problem. Did you see? Right. මේ ලේසියෙන් පටන් ගන්න තියෙන්නේ වැඩේට යන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට ගොඩ. හරිනේ? Next one. බලගන්න ඊළඟ එක Roman number 4. Roman number 4 it is there. All like now you can read the Roman number 4. Right. This one is also over. Here, it is Roman number 4 now. Look at it. Roman number 4. How they are giving the answer. Roman number 4. All people utilize the resources efficiently. The problem of scarcity would be solved. Explain. Efficiently utilized, problem of scarcity would be solved. Right. Anyway, you know that in the answer plan, we are done now. Scarcity never be able to solve. Therefore, answer is no, I do not agree. Then definitely you have to explain what? Explain scarcity. So that is how it has to be coming in. Then explain scarcity. Right. Thereafter, you have to say efficiently used. Then you have to just go with the that explanation as well. Efficiency. Explain efficiency. With that puta, you have to say efficiency means basically you have to say that the wastage is reducing. Right? Efficiency means they basically resource wastage will be resource wastage is decreased. Then the resource availability will be increased. They have to say that thereafter. With the efficiency, resource availability will be increased. Resource availability will be increased. Balagan. Now, if we use water very carefully, resource availability will be increased. But the problem is unlimited human wants. What do you think? Unlimited human wants. Now listen. Now we don't have that much of a crude oil. Yeah, we are just going on the roads very carefully. We are driving the vehicles very carefully because we have to spend more money for the crude oil. Let's say, Buddha, we just find out some kind of a way like the technological change or the efficiently. Efficiently, we use the crude oil. We are not using the crude oil for unnecessarily other purposes. Now we have more crude oil. Then, sorry, then the price of the crude oil also will be lesser. Then you can drive a lot. So at that time, you will get more human wants. Bus. Unlimited human wants. Unlimited. Then Buddha, human wants are increasing a lot. In order to satisfy those unlimited human wants, the resources is not enough. We can increase the resources, but it's very slowly. Unlimited human wants are increasing a lot. Because of that, we cannot face for this one. Clear? Remember, efficient utilization of resources is, let's say, the water, let's say the crude oil resources that we have is utilized very carefully with a good management. Then it is good. But scarcity never be solved, because even though we can save some resources, our human wants, the things that we want to get done from it is increasing a lot. Because of that, we cannot tally it. Clear? All right. Answer plan make answer plan you can write down the answer. Clear? In here, explain even though even though increased with efficient utilization of resources, unlimited human wants are increased faster than it. That's it. Okay? This is the answer. Answer plan. Answer plan detailed answer plan is available. Right. Understood? Clear? Then we are going to the next one. Look at the next question. Scarcity is relevant to all the types of resources in an economy. Do you agree? Explain your answer. Do you agree? All type of resources? No. Resources are two types. Production resources are two types. Economic resources, non-economic resources. Then scarcity is available only regarding the economic resources. That is your answer. Then write down the last one, last answer, last question, answer for the last question here. We can write down that. Okay. We have to write down the explain answer. Roman number 5. Then you write down the first bullet point. Do you agree? No, I do not agree. Then answer, no, I do not agree. No, I do not agree. First bullet point. No, I do not agree. Clear? Then next bullet point. Explain the resources. Explain resources. Explain resources. Emilian now on now ya. Walian me as a planning. Mamalian as a planning. Walian answering. Walian resources production resource. Production resources refers to the things which are used for the production of goods and services. Production resources refers to the things which are used for production of goods and services. The things which are used for the production of goods and services. The things which are used for the production of goods and services. The things which are used for the production of goods and services. The things which are used for the production of goods and services. Okay, ned? Hari. Explain resources. Eka hari. Then next bullet point, write down. Mainly two types of resources can be identified. Mainly two types of resources can be identified. Under that first one, write down economic resources. Economic resources. Clear? Put a dash and write down. Put a dash and write down. Right? Resources which are available. Resources which are available. Which are limitedly available. Which are limitedly available compared to unlimited human wants. Unlimited human wants. Now example that labor, capital. I think then second one, non-economic resources. Write down. You can write down resources which are available unlimitedly compared to unlimited human wants. Yeah. Resources which are available unlimitedly compared to unlimited human wants. Resources which are available unlimitedly compared to unlimited human wants. When there is a supply, clear? When there is a supply. Right? Example, seawater, sunlight, etc. Seawater, sunlight, etc. Seawater, sunlight, etc. Haribuda. Good evening. Okay. Near mind. Clear? Next bullet point. Right now. Scarcity is applied only for economic resources. Scarcity is applied only for economic resources. Right? And scarcity is not applied, scarcity is not relevant regarding the non-economic resources. Non-economic resources. Since those are available unlimitedly compared to unlimited human wants. Unlimitedly compared to unlimited human wants. Which is explained, sorry, which is, then continue writing, which is against to the concept of scarcity, which is against to the concept of scarcity, HNI, EMI. Okay, hi. Dabuda, abdi adne no. First paper, Roman, paper 1. Paper 1 niki one aad kila dino answers daanu question ekai answer ekai දාගන්න structure එකක් හදාගෙන තියාගන්න කියලා. මේකේ වැඩි questions නෑ 20ක් විතර තියෙනවා. 20ක් තියෙනවා. Answer. Have it. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක කරලා තියෙන්නේ ළමයි. අය කරගෙන ඉන්නේ දැන් මේ. නේද? Google form එකක් විදියට එවුවා. Answers. ඉතින් බලන්න. paper එක. ටිකක් ගාලා බලමු. Which is following is a microeconomic. Following is a microeconomic statement. Microeconomic statement. Can you remember macro, micro? Micro means what? If the things are not, if the it's called variable, if the variables are not applied for the, if the variables are not applied for everything, apply when නැත්තම් හැම දෙයකම, right? If the variable is not applied for the entire economy, it is micro. Now, if you take the price increase in the last year, the price of tea increase in the last year, that is tea, not all the goods. Therefore, it is micro. Pretty obvious that the first one is the answer. අනික ඒවා කතා කරන්නේ නැතුව අපි යනවා පොඩ්ඩක්. අද save කරගන්න time එක. Answers. The first one is the answer for that. Second one, which one of following is a normative statement? When you come into the normative positive, you know that, right? If you want to get the normative positive, you need to get that. If it is normative, you know, normative නම් මොකද්ද පුතේ scene එක? Normative නම් මොකද්ද ඔයා දන්නවද? If it is normative, you need to understand that it is depend on the person who speaks. If that thing is being spoke by another person, another meaning. Normative means the opinions of the person will be there. Positive means it is the fact. It cannot be, it is a conclusion which come out with the observation or experiments. එහෙම ආපු එකක්. ඒක වෙනස් කරන්න බෑ අනික් අයට නිකන් වෙන එක්කෙනෙක් කිව්වා කියලා ඒක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? Opinion anyway. Then first one, economic classify the resources as renewable and non-renewable. You know, actually, economic can classify the resources. Natural resources are classified anyway into two like that. It is a fact. It is a scientific statement. It is positive. The environment is an example for scarce resources. Obviously, example as a limited resource, it's limited resource. So example for scarcity is also correct. Next one, unequal distribution of income is fair and equitable for a society. Well, unequal distribution of the income is fair, unfair, beautiful, ugly, handsome, pretty, whatever the crap, those are fair, meaning just fair or unfair. Those are called the normative statements. Those are the opinions. Because of that, here third one is the answer. Pretty obvious. Next one, question number 3. Look at it. Even though three sorry, even though there are unemployed labor in Sri Lanka, scarcity to within the economy, scarcity is available, right? Which one of following uh, explain the above scenario? Actually, we can say that some resources are there. Okay. Labor, some employees are not being used. Yeah, it is some employees are not being used. It doesn't mean that labor is available more than what we have, what we want. But actually, in order to produce the goods and services, we want land, we want capital, we want entrepreneurship. We don't have much more entrepreneurs. We have the labor. We don't have capital also. Capital and natural resources into a certain extent. We don't have the capital and entrepreneurship. Then the production cannot be taken place. If the production is not being taken place, labor cannot be used. That is why more labor is available. Not because of any other reason. Then there are. ඒකයි labor තියෙන්නේ. නැතු වෙන reason එකක් ඉඳලා නෙමෙයි labor තියෙන්නේ. Right? Therefore, you can say the fifth one, you can see the third one, fifth one, inadequacy of resources, available resources within the economy to utilize the unemployed. Other resources are not adequate to utilize unused labor to give the jobs. No factories are open. Okay, that is the answer. Clear? All right, Buddha. Now look at the fourth one. Existence of scarcity in economy implies that it goes for what? Resources are scarce and also it mixed with availability of another alternative users of resources. It comes the choice. Third one is the answer. For the third one, 3. For the third one, fifth one, where's the answer, right? Fifth question. Fifth question. What is the most accurate statement in relation to the scarcity? Accurate statement in relation to the scarcity. Scarcity is the main reason for emergence of economic theory. Yeah, microeconomic, first one, right? Here, most accurate statement regarding the scarcity, the first one. We'll take one by one. Microeconomic theory provide the solution for scarcity. Nothing provide the solution for scarcity, right? Therefore, next one, deficiency in supply is the example for scarcity. At the deficiency in supply, no, it is shortage. Shortage is not scarcity. Closest reason for scarcity is the limited resources. Yes, okay, it is correct, but unlimited human wants also should be there. But answer is very, it is closer to the answer, but we look at the other ones as well. Scarcity is the main reason for emergence, for the emergence of economic theory. Exactly, economic theory means economics. That's the main reason for start of this subject. That is also correct. That is good. That is better than the third one. There is an opportunity cost of using the every scarce resources. No! Can you remember? Opportunity cost and නැති වෙලාවල් තියෙනවා. Scarcity බලන්න. Unemployed labor, unemployed resource. Unemployed resource එකක් තිබ්බොත් ඒක scarce. හැබැයි ඒක use කළා කියලා opportunity cost එකක් නැහැ. Other one, single use factor, scarce. Hummane, clock tower, scarce. But when we use for that purpose, opportunity cost becomes 0. එහෙම එකක්. ඔක scarcity කරපු දවසේම කරන්න දුන්නාම අමාරුයි තමයි. මේ question එක. Then මේ fourth one එකෙන් තමයි ගන්න වෙන්නේ. Scarcity is the main reason for start of this subject, economics theory. Sixth question. Which one of following can be considered as the broadest definition of scarcity? Hari. බලන්න. මම වෙලාව නැති හින්දා ටක් ගාලා answer එකට යනවා. Okay, fourth one එකනේ answer එක බලන්න sixth one එකට sorry. Sixth one එක answer එක වෙන්නේ ඔව් fourth one නෙමෙයි. බලන්න. Social, it is a social scientific inquiry. අරගම තමයි ලොකු වචන වලින් කියන්නේ. Inquiry, so scientific, it's a science, social science into the choice and sacrifices. Sacrifices means basically choices and the next best alternative foregone made by the mankind when there is a scarcity. Scarcity comes to create this science. So everything which you need to have to define economics is there in the fourth one. Clear? All right. Next one, advantage of using assumptions. Using assumptions. Why we use assumptions? Assumptions are used as a control test. අනිත් ටික අපි control කරලා තියාගන්නවා. Right. Anyway, advantage, first one, control the economic variable which is uncontrollable. අම්බෝ ඇත්තටම control කරනවද? ඇත්තටම control කරන්නේ නැහැ scarcity එකේ. පිස්සුද? Then next one, convert microeconomic concept macro. පිස්සුද? එහෙම කරන්නේත් නැහැ. Emphasize the essential detail in order to simplify the economic phenomena. I have told you that always when we take the assumptions, when we create the PPC also, we got the assumptions. මතකද? assumptions ගත්ත මතකද? හරි. අරගෙන මොකක්ද අපි කළේ assumptions අරන්? assumptions අරන් අපි මොකද කළේ? simplify කළානේ. situation එක simplify කළා. ඒකට තමයි assumptions ඕන. Situation එක simplify කරන්න. Therefore third one is the answer for the seventh one. හරිද? ලියා ගන්න බැරි වෙච්ච කට්ටියට මම කියන්නම්. 8. Select the accurate statement. Accurate statement. Select the accurate statement for the 8th one. ඔයාගත්තොත් concept of scarcity. Accurate statement එක පුතා අපි යනවා කෙලිම fourth one එක accurate. වෙලාව save කරගන්න. Scarcity arise based on the relativeness between the unlimited wants and the limited resources. Right. Scarcity of resources. If you take the scarcity of resources, because of the scarcity of resources, every society must make the choice. Competing users of the available use. Competing users means available alternative users. Puta. Now look at the 10th one. Which one of following is a normative statement? Out of these, this is scientific statement. You can see classify the මේක නම් පුතා වැරදි. Natural resources කියලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒක පොඩ වැරදි. මේක resources මේක ඇවිල්ලා limited resources වෙන්න ඕනේ. The economic resources කියලා හදාගත්තා නම් හරි ඒක. හරිද? Economic resources එක හදලා නැහැ. Economics classify the economic resources. හැබැයි ඕක වැරදුනා කියලා ඒක positive වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Sorry, normative වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක අවුලක් නැහැ. But anyway, economic resource කියලා හදාගන්න. Second one, environment is example for scarce resource. Correct. If income increases, luxury good sales fall. It is correct or wrong, doesn't matter. If it is a relationship, it is positive. If something increase, something decrease, positive. Economics have limited resources to satisfy the unlimited human wants. It is obviously scarcity. Scarcity is economics theory. Fifth one, automatic tobacco selling machine should be fixed at a place where the kids cannot reach. Kids cannot reach. Enam obviously මොකක්ද ඒක? Kids cannot reach. ඒක පුතා normative එකක්. We can tell it in different ways. තව කාට හරි කියන්න පුළුවන් automatic selling machines. Automatic selling machine should not be kept. ඒ කියන්නේ automatic selling machine තියන්න මෙපා කියලා කියන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම කියන්න පුළුවන්. Because of that, answer becomes the fifth one for the 10th. Hari. Questions ටික ගත්තොත් fifth one answer I told you 4, sixth one answer I told you 4, seventh one 3, eighth I told you 4, ninth I told you 4. මම අනික් answers ටිකත් මෙතන දාන්නම්. 1, 5, 2, 13, 2, 14, 5, 15, 2, 16, 3, 17, 2, 18, 4, 19, 3, 22. That's it. Clear? ඒක discuss කරන්න බැරිනවා. මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තිබ්බොත් අහන්න. ගොඩාක් ප්‍රශ්න තිබ්බොත් I'll discuss that one as well. Then the next day paper is the paper number 3 going to be discussed. හරිද? MCQs. හරිද? මාකින් ඔයාලා එතකොට Google form එකේ වැටේ එක ඒක fill කරන්න ඕන. හරි පුතා. ඔක්කොම answers ටික හරි ගත්ත කට්ටිය බලන්න 20 out of 20 people ඉන්නවද? අද 20 out of 20 people. No. Nobody. Nobody. Nothing. Okay, very good. හරි. ඉන්නවනම් කියන්න හොඳයි. ඒක approach කරන්න ඕනේ. Then I have given you this paper book for the new people and the old people they have the paper number 3 with them. ඒක ගන්න අනිවාර්යෙන් මේක කරන්න. හරිද? All right. So then we'll meet up in the next week for the paper discussion like this, and before that the theory class will be started in your relevant places. All right. Bye bye. If you have questions you can ask. Hari. Anuda, the questions. I want your questions.